Get ready to take your body to the elite level of performance. Call today to set up your free evaluation. 765-499-1005. Elite Performance, where the dream of elite fitness becomes a reality.
Well, good evening, everybody. It's a one-off, well, maybe a one-off, who knows? Random Sunday night watch party with Quigs. Quigs over there. You all know me, or should know me. I'm the Source. Welcome aboard, whoever's watching. My hair is a mess. I'm sorry. I'm doubling up tonight, buddy, because I got the Cowboys on TV, who are probably going to get their asses kicked. And
I was going to say, I was just talking possible parlays with a mutual friend of ours, and we were debating if Dak Prescott could throw for 200 yards today. I don't think he will, but that's just me.
I mean, I want him to as a fan, but because I had the 49ers defense on my one fantasy team, I hope he doesn't.
I had Chase. Dude, my team today exploded. I had Keenan Allen on bye. I had Mike Evans on bye. But Goddard stepped up. Who's the Breece Hall lit up Denver. Yeah. Pittman had a meh kind of game, but when Jamar Chase scores at 57 points, it really doesn't matter what the other receiver does.
So the real reason why we're here tonight is a live watch party like we've done in the past for Minnesota Twins versus Houston Astros. And while we wait for the first pitch from Framber Valdez, great pitching matchup in this game, Valdez versus Pablo Lopez. So I could see a possibility of a low-scoring game, but exciting weekend for us Phillies fans because you're good. What a win last night against the Braves.
That game was the one they needed to steal. You want to talk about stealing a game from Atlanta, that's the one you needed to get. You just went out there and shut out the Atlanta Braves, who have not been shut out at home since, I believe it was 2001.
Yeah. It's been since like 2021 since they've been shut out at home.
Yeah. So, I mean, and Philadelphia do that with the third guy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so first pitch from Valdez was an outside pitch for a ball. Now they just Solano just grounded out to Bregman. So
on a 95 heater. So we'll see what Valdez does this game. If he's always been like a quick, if I remember last year's series correctly, mixes it real well, hits the corners, and works fast.
Yeah. So far this year, since we were talking a little bit about last night. Philly stole 5 bases out of 6, franchise record. Valdez for the year has only given up 19 of 20 stolen bases or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was something like that. But
so it is possible if Minnesota can get on base that they can be aggressive on the base pads against him.
It's going to be juicy. I was trying to check the scores earlier because the only other game this afternoon was the Orioles, and they went down big early. Managed to fight back a little bit, but still ended up losing. Was it 11-8?
11-8. Scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning for a rally, and that's all they can.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that it's almost better to be a wild card team at this point than a division winner. Yeah. Like, I know we're only 2 years into this format, but it's starting to pay off some dividend, I believe.
Yeah, all that time off.
Correctly.
All that time off has really caused problems, I think, for all the teams except for maybe Houston, because it's Houston.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they came out. They're the only ones who weren't affected. I mean, Baltimore lost game 1.
Braves lost game
Braves
1.
lost game 1.
And how about the Dodgers? That game, like we were talking about that. So Clayton Kershaw has not been
It's a different guy.
He's not a postseason pitcher, and he's showing it.
What was it? I was just watching some of the game highlights that, the like 10-minute video MLB does, the next morning. And Bob was it Bob Costas on the call for that game?
Yeah.
And they're just constantly the future Hall of Famer Kershaw, the Hall of Famer Kershaw. Like, okay, we get it. He's good. Like, can we stop getting up his ass, basically? Like,
so a little control problem here from Valdez on the second batter.
Yeah, it's fine. He's still getting the hang of everything.
Yeah.
I mean, we're 7 pitches into the game. I think it's all right to be 2-2 and held a swing there on that curve. So now we're full, but either way.
So what's intriguing about this matchup is both pitchers have a no-hitter this year.
Who's pitching for Minnesota?
Pablo Lopez.
Oh, that's right.
So
Valdez, there was, of all the guys ball for, of all the guys that in last year's World Series that I hated going up or seeing the Phillies try to hit against was this guy.
Yeah.
And he threw, was it him that threw the no-no or started the no-no?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's another reason why I hate him.
But I mean, if I'm a opposing team, I want to face Justin Verlander because he seems to be, when it gets deep into a postseason run, he seems to struggle a lot.
Yeah, but it's also too, like, especially with it's weird though. Like guys like the veteran guys, you need to get to them early. It always seems like if you put stress on Verlander early, now the control is starting to be a little bit of an issue. Just spiked a fastball there.
Yeah.
If you get to guys like Verlander early and just put the stress on them, then I'm with you 100%. You can get on them. But even I feel like if you put the pressure on Valdez, like minus right now where he spiked that fastball, but I'm going to call that a fluke.
So Royce Lewis is the guy that's got 3 home runs now this postseason as a rookie, his debut. If you're Polanco, do you consider stealing here?
What's Polanco done for the year? If you have that up, if not, I can pull it up real quick.
2023 batting, stolen bases for the year. He has 4.
So no. Is it 4 for 4? Is it 4 for 10? Do you see? Let me pull up reference. He's only had only 51 career.
Okay, but still, I mean, JT tried to steal last night and came up just a bit short. So.
Yeah, but JT can actually run though, and that's the one thing I don't agree with him. We can talk about the other thing that we'll go back and forth on when it came to calls during Game 1 for Philly, but I don't.
The Schwarber.
No, not the Schwarber. The Ranger.
Oh, yeah, that one I was a little bitter about too.
I mean, here we go. Oh, so he was 4 for 4 this year.
So my thing is though, it's like, okay, so
he's had a career high of 13.
Yeah, that was back in 2017. But my thing is, okay, so those numbers are skewed with like the 4 for 4 or whatever, just because.
Yeah. What's the word I'm looking for? Swung through. That was a 91 mile per hour changeup.
Yeah, that was a hell of a pitch, top outside corner.
For a guy that only throws 96 on his fastball, from what we saw in the last year, he throws a 91 mile per hour changeup.
His control on that changeup is just insane.
Normally you don't want to leave it up like that, but
his breaking pitches are going to be their killer for him today.
Oh yeah, the curveball, that was a nice little. That was another changeup. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to get used to seeing low 90s changeup for a guy that only hits 95 or 96.
So for those that are kind of watching, Carlos Correa, Mr. Controversy in the offseason.
Oh yeah, Mr. Giant, Mr. Met, Mr. Twin.
Yeah, Mister. He signed with every team that he didn't want to sign with, so he ended up back in Minnesota. Anyways,
Well, no, it was he failed the physical. He failed the
yeah.
physical.
What was I saying? He signed with every team that he probably didn't want to sign with, anyways. And then failed the physicals and ended up back in Minnesota. So,
I mean,
but yeah, somehow passed their physical.
ooh, went down in golf. That one going into left center. Guys are going back. It is off the top of the fence. Run's going to score. Minnesota up 1-0 on a double by Correa.
Your stream's just like a split second ahead of mine.
Is it?
Yeah, it's okay though.
Okay, I'll try to.
No, you're good because I'm on with the Cowboys being on here because
I didn't get to see who was in left and who was in center, so that's why I just said the guys. But yeah, Valdez goes up there, throws a little spinner, sits in the middle of the plate. Correa thought he had it.
Should be Alvarez and McCormick in the outfield.
McCormick, yeah. Mr. Oh, what was it? Kutztown, Millersville? Which college?
I think he
was
went to
McCormick?
Millersville.
Miller, yeah.
He's from Westchester, so
the Pennsylvania guy who ultimately killed the Pennsylvania team.
Yeah.
But anyway,
so Jeffers is at bat. 200 batting average in the postseason, on base percentage of a 330. We'll see what he can do here.
Did you do today's grid?
I did not.
I actually had a pretty good one.
I haven't touched grid in a while. I kind of forgot about it. I'm not gonna lie.
I do the grid every day, dude. And you can go back. They let you go back now and play all the past ones. So if you're ever bored at work and need
I can't have my phone at work.
Killer, well, you can't, but for everybody else, you can.
Oh man, what a pitch on the outside! Chasing that one. A 276 average for the season for Jeffers.
But yeah, my grid score day was a 59.
Here we go.
What we got out up here? No, he did not go. Oh, look at this. Say he went. Okay. I was perfect. I was perfect on calls during the Philly game, but I'm 0 for 1 here. I was kind of hoping he didn't go, but
so that was a solid first few batters for the Twins. Let's see what Pablo Lopez can do when he gets into this game. I mean, I want to kind of see how he gets settled in and see what he can do against probably. I know everybody says that the Braves were the most potent offense because of their record this year, but the Astros are probably the most potent postseason offense.
Yeah, and I mean, you remember too, Astros had injuries all throughout the year too. So like Alvarez wasn't there all year. I think McCormick was out for a little bit. Altuve slumped for a while. And speaking of, you want to see how the pitcher comes out and reacts, don't do what you did yesterday against Altuve.
Yeah.
Giving up what first pitch, then he blasted into left field almost in the Albert Pujols area.
So while we're on a commercial break, let's talk a little bit about the tomorrow games. Tomorrow we got the NLDS games. We got Wheeler going up against
Fried.
Fried, battling a
blister.
And did they announce who the
Fried, Wheeler, and Gallen and Miller pitch tomorrow?
Okay, I knew Gallen was pitching tomorrow, but I didn't know who the
Miller. Let's take a look here.
Bobby Miller.
2023 regular season and 22 games.
I think he's a rookie.
I believe you're right.
Yeah.
22 games, 11-4 record, a 3.76 ERA, over 124 and a third.
Yep. Rookie getting his postseason debut tomorrow for the Dodgers.
Well, I mean, he can't do worse than Kershaw.
I
mean, technically he could. He could not record it out, but I think he'll at least record 2 outs.
If you would have told me that the Dodgers would have lost big like that, I mean, you and I have talked about it. We talked about it in a group chat. We talked about it on here how I felt like the Diamondbacks.
LES Eagles.
I felt like the Diamondbacks were a lot better team once they traded for Tommy Pham, and they really showed last night.
Yeah, they're
the real deal.
And again, too, that if they catch out, even if they end up sweeping the Braves or if they go up 2-0, I'd start worrying about the Diamondbacks because it'll be one of those things where you get hot at the right time, and man, have they done it so far?
And at one point, the Diamondbacks were one of the worst teams in baseball, so keep that in mind. They the first 2 months of the season, they were near the bottom of the league, and then they started putting games together, and then they trade for Tommy Pham, and now here they are. So I would be afraid. I am 100% afraid if we have to play. If we get past the Braves, we have to play the Diamondbacks in the second round or the next round.
And what was trying to think? Didn't they lose the season series to them?
I don't remember, to be honest.
As Altuve's going to squeak out a bunt single. And by squeak out, I mean nobody's going to be near the ball, so he's safe at first without a throw.
Yeah.
But
what a start to the postseason for Altuve, though. First 2 games leading off, getting a home run and getting on base.
I mean, he's the guy that you expect to, ignite this offense.
Yeah.
And you want to talk about stealing bases too. Now, I don't believe he's as much of a stolen base threat as he was earlier in his career, but it doesn't mean he still won't go.
With Bregman at bat, I don't really see the potential of Altuve stealing here. I could be wrong, but I just don't see it.
Yeah,
Bregman's bat is pretty solid. It seems like against right-handed pitching. At least it's been from all the years of watching. So you have an opportunity getting 2 guys on, putting some pressure on Lopez early in this game. So yeah. I wouldn't. It's not worth the risk, to be honest.
Yeah, and I'm just looking here at Altuve's nice pitch. Low and away, breaking ball. Bregman's going to complain early on, and umpire's telling him it was a strike. You're wrong. No, I'm not. You're wrong. No, I'm not. What's that conversation?
Yeah.
To put it cleanly.
I mean, I get his point from his perspective.
That's a beautiful pitch.
Little
slider.
It paints the corner of the plate pretty well. Bottom part of that zone, right near the corner, it painted it well. But from his perspective, the way it broke, it probably looked like that was a ball. So.
Ooh. Well, okay, I thought that one got tagged a lot better than it did. This Alvarez.
Tell you what, that was a hell of a swing by Yordan Alvarez.
I thought he got that a lot better than he did.
So my thing here, so now with this, I think best case scenario for the Twins is they get out of this inning with less than 10 pitches thrown by Lopez.
That would be fantastic.
Giving up that leadoff bunt by Altuve and then getting out of the inning with less than 10 pitches thrown, you have a chance of Lopez possibly extending this start for them.
Here's another guy with a 90-mile-per-hour changeup. I always thought the changeup was supposed to be like almost 10 miles an hour difference. So like if you're throwing 95, you've throwing your changeup around 85 to 88. But I guess in a world of just get the movement.
It's also with the way this ball spins anymore.
Yeah. So something I still don't know the difference of. What the heck's the difference between a slider and a sweeper?
I don't know either. They were talking about that
with Wheeler.
Yeah.
Or anybody who used to throw a really hard slider is now called a sweeper.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's like a spin rate thing or.
Well, the slider probably the way it slides, it goes this way, and the sweeper just sweeps out. You know what I mean?
Maybe. I'll Google it here if my mouse decides to work.
Because the slider, you're talking it sliding basically from inside. So if you're a right-handed pitcher and you're going up against a right-handed batter, the object of the slider is for it to slide from inside at the batter to outside of the batter, right? The sweeper, looks like it's coming straight down, and it just sweeps its way to the outside.
Let's see here.
Because Wheeler still throws that slider. Here we go. 2-1 count. 10th pitch of the inning, so.
Yeah, I guess it's a break thing here. So one note on Google here says a sweeper has roughly 9 more inches of horizontal bend to the glove side than the traditional slider.
Pablo with a nasty change up.
So then what's the difference between a sweeper and a slurve? Whatever. Too many numbers. Too many numbers to worry about anymore.
Oof. Tucker's Tucker's going to battle here a little bit.
Jason rooting for the Astros early here, so we got one Astros fan, we got an Eagles fan.
He is a legit Houston fan.
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and question anybody's fan.
Yeah, no, he's a legit Houston fan. He was giving me a lot of shit last year during the World Series. So
okay,
I know Jason.
I wonder how he feels about. Oh, missed that one. It was 86 right over the gut belt high. Lazy fly ball to center field.
All right.
Wonder how he feels about Mattress Mac not being able to throw out the first pitch because Mattress Firm is a sponsor of the Astros.
Oh, my feet.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I saw and I laughed a little bit.
All right. So while that's on commercial and I try and get my feedback here, it looks like we're having trouble loading this video. You can check out other videos. Oh my God, you got to be kidding me.
What, Dallas go down now too?
No, I have the Cowboys on TV, right? Because that game means more for me. And I can pay attention to what's going on here with the game in front of me.
Is that a Micah Parsons jersey there?
No. Nope, not yet.
I saw the one on the sleeve. I couldn't make out the two on the other.
It's unfortunately still a Zeke one because when I bought this at the time, I thought he was going to be with the Cowboys for a very long time, and he wasn't.
I've gotten burned so many on those, but I do have a question here for Jason. That what makes Mattress Mac like hot shit? I don't get it. Like, I guess he's an old man that sells mattresses and people like him.
He's Houston royalty
by selling mattresses. Is he like from an oil family and he's like, I want to go do my own thing and became like a mattress king? Like, I don't know the story and I'm too lazy to Google it.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm not making fun of the man because he's clearly a millionaire just based off of the bet he won last year, and he has a mattress empire, from what I understand. Who do you think the Philly equivalent would be to like a Mattress Mac?
Oh, Rocky Balboa.
I mean, in real life.
Oh, Rocky Balboa. No, you know what? That's a good question.
Like, I can't think of a similar. Like, anytime you say anything about Philly, like, it's always going to be like cheesesteaks or Rocky.
Maybe, you know what? We're going to talk about legends of, like, the city. My hair is a fucking mess. It has to be a competition because of a big tourist attraction of the owners of Pat's and the owner of Gino's.
No, neither of those. No.
I agree with you. I'm just saying like, that is the most popular because that's the tourist attraction.
They're the touristy places. No, the place. I mean, now giving credit, I haven't been to like a D'Alessandro's or I haven't gone to Jim's Roast Pork and all the other places that are starting to, become the cheesesteak capitals of the city. But during my bachelor party when we were down in Philly, I did make a trip out to Cleaver's, which is in Center City, which was pretty good steak. I will not lie.
I mean, I guess if we're talking about all-time legends, Ben Franklin would be an all-time legend of Philly.
Ooh, that's true. Yeah, because you can even go back to anybody you want there. Because, America. What's the greatest thing to come out of Philadelphia? America. Yeah. America is the greatest thing to come out of Philly.
Oh, man. Look at that. Oh, San Francisco just turned the ball over. First down Dallas, but there's a flag on the play.
Oh, boy. And Valdez still having some control issues here, missing low. Though I guess if you're going to miss somewhere, you'd rather miss low than miss up.
Yeah.
At least in my simple mind.
Oh, here we go. I'm just going through Wikipedia, right? Looking at, like, list of famous people from Philadelphia.
Okay.
What about Kevin Bacon?
Ooh, I didn't know he was from Philly. Is he from, like, Philly, or was he, like, from Delco?
Born 1958. Hold on. Bacon was born and raised in a close-knit family in Philadelphia. So that's a oh my God, Bradley Cooper.
Oh my God.
How did we? I forgot about that one, Bradley Cooper. That penalty was the been on Dallas because
Who is this third base coach for Minnesota?
I don't know. So, am I the only one, or maybe you kind of enjoyed it? But like they were talking in the Phillies game yesterday. They showed Ron Washington in the Braves dugout. I know he's with the Braves, but do you like? You know how cool it was kind of
Sharp
was.
single up the middle.
You know how cool it kind of was to see Ron Washington like still in baseball.
Oh, dude's been everywhere.
Yeah.
As a player, as a manager, as a coach. Like, man, if you want to talk about people who live, sleep, eat, and breathe baseball, like Ron Washington is one of those people. And you could even throw Dusty Baker in that too. Guys who've just been around the game since children.
Tim, another legend I forgot about. Kevin Hart.
Well, that's good for Mattress Mac. I didn't know that.
3-0.
Big community. I'm a fan of the guys who do stuff for the community. So
Kyle
thank you.
Farmer.
2-run home run.
Yeah.
I was reading what Jason posted, so I didn't see what the pitch was.
Dude. It was a moonshot.
Did it hit the railroad tracks? 377, 100 off the bat.
But I want to see what the launch angle was because that thing sailed.
ALDS 30 pitches in, and he's not even recorded an out yet, so that might be something to keep an eye on.
Rob McElhaney. Oh, there's a lot of people we could select off of this list of people that could be legends of Philadelphia.
I mean, you figure, but like maybe that's just because we're not Philly locals.
Oh, by the way, 49ers scored a touchdown.
Who did it, McCaffrey?
Nope, George Kittle.
Don't care. Let's show me a replay of that home run, guys.
This could be a long game. It's hard to believe that's Farmer's first home run of the postseason.
Here it is.
I mean, look at that dude. Look at how much. Look at how high and how much that ball had to carry for it to get out of the park. Like I would like to know what the launch angle was on that.
Yeah.
We know what the exit velo was.
Let me check X-Twitter. They still have the. Okay, nope. That was a bad search.
Something come up you didn't want to look up, huh?
Well, there was a there was a Twitter page called it used to track all the home runs and everything. I think it was called like Would It Dong, and I tried to search that and it popped up some not very appropriate things.
You mean Would It Ding?
What's that the page called? Oh, Would It Dong? Here it is. Yeah, like just because I don't want to show the game and get us flagged, this is appropriate now, so I can.
Well, the last time that they posted was. June?
Yeah. They got flagged for being a bot, so I think Elon might have shut them down. But Would It Dong is a automated page where it would track every home run, launch angles, and all of that, and then basically line it up as saying it would be a home run in these ballparks and that type of stuff. So it's always an interesting one to follow. Okay, let me readjust my screens here. Was Kepler getting an infield single now?
Yeah. He hustled that one out.
There we go. You know what? If you're Houston, do you start getting somebody up early?
I mean, I would. I mean, I know you said it was 7 pitches, but he was way all over the map in those first 7 pitches, and that's the reason he should start being a little worried. This guy, because let's face it, How often have we ever seen Valdez be that far off the plate?
I mean, in a playoff game, not at all. In regular season, I'm sure it may have happened once or twice, but I mean, when you got movement on a changeup like that, diving away from you,
Hey, Tim.
so
So I figured out who our sports Philly legend should be.
who?
Ruben Amaro Jr.
Uh,
He's a Philly guy, bud. Now, I mean, I would say probably Kobe Bryant along those lines.
yeah, it's definitely Kobe.
Wilt the Stilt,
I'd still go Kobe.
Dr. J.
Kobe.
Well, I mean, talking about living right now.
Okay, now you're gonna throw living in there.
Well, let's go with living. I mean, so that would take out. Well, hey, Gabe Kapler, baby. Woo-hoo-hoo!
Great, Mister. I just got fired from. Do you think he got fired, or was it more of a "we want you to leave" type of thing? So let's do this correctly.
Yes.
I mean, once they got the fact that they were in the playoff race for as long as they were, like they should have been nowhere near sniffing an opportunity at the playoffs. They were just such a below average team, it seemed like, in everything, but I guess it's just one of those you play as a unit type of thing. Says we got one out, throw pulled him off a second.
I know something we can share here. Hold on. So we technically can't get in trouble for this.
Technically. Oh, game day.
The game casts a little bit here.
Yeah, we could. Can't see why we get in trouble for that. I mean, it's not like we're showing, the game itself.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a little bit of audio, but not anything that should get flagged.
I mean, the only audio you have, it would be coming from my tabs anyway, so.
Yeah, I muted mine. I was like, I am now.
speak.
Oh, snap throw.
So just looking here a little bit on their injury report. Twins are without Byron Buxton, but I mean, is that really much of a loss for them? That because Royce Lewis is the DH right now for him.
I'd still rather have Byron Buxton.
And Dak Prescott completely missing on Michael Gallup on a route while he's in tight coverage. Great.
I mean, given crap, I'm looking up his numbers now. What is it with Buxton where it seems like he'll have 1 year that's amazing and another year that's just total garbage?
Yeah.
Like 2020, he was 16th in MVP voting. In 2021, he had a 306 average. Somehow in 2022, he was an all-star with a 224 average.
Hey, for the record, in case anybody didn't notice, the Twins have batted through their entire lineup so far. We're only in the top of the second. So
that is a good observation.
Because we are at the top of that was the top of the lineup right there.
Well, and out of the inning now after that double play.
Yeah.
Well-timed double play, but I'm definitely on the wagon now of keep a close eye on Valdez because if he gets in trouble again next inning, that could be it.
Well, okay, so let's think about that for a second here. What route do they go in the bullpen here? I mean, we can take a look at what the Astros have bullpen wise. I mean, who do you go to? I mean, you got a lefty going up in this matchup right now at the start, and it's obviously not working. Do you go with a righty?
Let me look here. So they're carrying Verlander, Valdez, Christian Javier, Hunter Brown, Jose. I'm not going to try to pronounce that last name. JP France, Ryan Presley, Bobby Abreu, Hector Neris, Ryan Senek, Rafael Montero, and Phil Maton. Who is their starting? I mean, because it's not like. I mean, they could piece together a lot of, relief pitchers over like an inning or two just because they have the off day tomorrow.
Yeah.
How I just noticed this too because they're going to have. Is it the American League that has the off day tomorrow? The National League plays, and then the National League doesn't play again until Wednesday. Because I'm at least for the Phillies' sake anyway.
Yeah,
So they played the 7th, they played the 9th, they played the 11th.
They play but they play Wednesday, Thursday, so they play back to back. So like they'll play obviously tomorrow night, and then they get
but that
Tuesday's a travel day because they switch, and then they go back to back Wednesday, Thursday, which we're not going to need Thursday because I expect us to have it locked up Wednesday.
But I mean, that just you have the day off in there that you could. And Houston could do this too if they wanted to in this situation.
Here's the problem with that, though.
Throw everybody.
But here's the problem with that, though. This is a different. This, in my opinion, this is a different scenario than what the Phillies had. Was you're losing 3-0.
What about
if you're up like the Phillies were, and you're trying, which again we don't agree with the decision by.
I mean, it worked out. So.
It worked out. But why do you want to piece together your bullpen if you're down 3-0? I get it.
You got to stop it. You got to stop the bleeding.
Okay, I get that, but I get it that you have the day off tomorrow. But I wouldn't want to piece together a bullpen just for the sake of piecing together because you're losing 3-0. You still are in this game per se.
With that offense, I mean, it's only the bottom of the second, but maybe I'm overreacting.
But I mean, I wouldn't just throw guys out there for the sake of throwing guys out there to pitch.
I mean, you saw it too. Toronto did it with Barrios. They yanked him pretty early too.
Yeah. So Wednesday's game in Philadelphia, the cheapest ticket is $340.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Thursdays is $303.
My student loan payments kicked back in.
And if Game 5 is necessary in Atlanta, it's $113.
Well, just go down there and throw trash on the field, and
blame it on the Philly fans.
Yeah. Did you listen to the radio calls of that, by the way, from the Atlanta side?
Yeah, they were not happy.
Their
fan base.
Yeah, no, Atlanta was sitting there. The Atlanta announcers were like, "Don't do this with your guys on the field." I'm like, "What do you mean by with your guys on the field? So it's okay to throw trash at the Philly players?" Like, what are we getting at here? Which I'm sure that's not what he meant, but Brady put a charge into that one, but the ballpark's going to hold it. I kind of wish Houston still had the hill out there in center.
I talked about that one to somebody that I remember when they had that hill. That was a game changer because they didn't have I could be wrong. Did it not have the light pole also in the middle of the field?
It did. I'll pull up a photo here. Towles Hill. Here, if you want to close yours, I can pull mine.
Sure.
Yeah. So you can see out there right beside the number, you did have a flagpole in play.
Can you imagine running into that thing?
I think Michael Bourne, I don't think anybody ever hit it over it. I remember Michael Bourne making a great play, like running up the hill. But, yeah. Like, you're never going to have another ballpark, especially in today's age, have something like that.
No.
Where a flagpole's in play.
No. All right. Let's pull this back up here. At least so they have something to look at.
Yeah, instead of our ugly mugs.
Well, here, we'll do this quick. We'll give you a brief show of what's happening live during the broadcast. We do not own the rights to this. This is all copyrighted from Fox Sports. Thank you, Fox Sports. But you can see what we're watching here. So I have this going on the Fox Sports side. Tim's got YouTube TV, and there's a ground ball.
Now you're slightly ahead of me.
Yeah,
I just got the ground ball. So
but yeah, so we'll get out of that one, and then here was the other screen that we're going to present to you guys. Well, we can keep this one on. So you guys can kind of follow along a little bit of what's going on. There's just a box score, what's happening right now in the game.
Oh, I wonder who the umpires are for today.
So that's kind of how we're doing it. We're kind of just streaming it and then talking to you guys while having the box score up, trying to follow along a little bit. But please, anybody who's watching, please interact a little bit with us. If anybody wants to jump on. Like,
all right, so it looks like the umpiring crew for this game
it's not Angel Hernandez.
Not Angel Hernandez. You have Brian Knight, DJ Rayburn, Bill Miller, Jansen Visconti, John Tumpane, and Roberto Ortiz. Roberto Ortiz is making his first divisional series debut.
I kind of like DJ Rayburn a little bit. We've had
Hey, you know who's an umpire in the divisional series for the Dodgers and Diamondbacks?
Who?
He's the brother of a former Phillies pitcher.
I didn't watch any of the game last night, so I couldn't tell you.
Jim Wolf.
Oh, okay. Oh, Randy Wolf, the Wolf Pack.
Yeah. Todd Tishner is out in LA too. So yeah, so let me just roll through it here. So in Baltimore, you got Lance Baird, who had I remember having a lot of great games in the World Series last year. Good umpire. John LaBicca, Alfonso Marquez, Corey Blasser, Quinn Wilcott, and Nick Lentz. You have 6 umpires now, so hopefully nothing gets by. We already read off Minnesota. Atlanta and Philly has Brian O'Nora, Ben May, Mark Carlson, David Rackley, Chris Guccione, and Jesus. So those are your umpiring crews for the series. And I'm sure they'll get reassigned come World Series time too. So now if there's a bad call, you know which umpires to blame.
So they somehow got out of that inning without any damage, which is quite impressive. So I understood your point about going to the bullpen if Valdez struggles, but I want to see him.
Not right now.
I want to see him get through 4 or 5. I think after 4 or 5, you kind of already shortened the game up enough that maybe the bullpen can come in at that point.
I meant it more in a way as if he got into trouble again.
Well, I get that, but if he let's say he even got into trouble in that inning, right?
I'd at least have somebody warmed.
I think the problem is that I don't think Houston has good enough bullpen depth to be able to go more than 6 innings.
Let me take a look. Because I didn't get a chance to watch the Orioles game just because I was watching, the Eagles, and I'm trying to think when Baltimore went down early, because I saw they gave up a 4 spot and a 5 spot back to back. Lead the same pitcher in. I'm trying to find the box score.
Rodriguez went 1 2/3. So that's what he gave up 5. Baker gave up 3. Webb gave up 1, and Flaherty gave up 1. So.
Oh, there you go. YouTube TV coming in the clutch right now. Can side stream and split screen the baseball game and the Sunday night football game.
I don't have YouTube TV.
I am splitting it with a friend, and he just sent me the picture of it because I'm just watching it straight up on YouTube TV. Just the game, just the baseball game, I should say.
So scrolling down here a little bit through the box score while we're on a commercial break. Hitting stats right now. Total bases for Houston 1. Runners left on base 1. Pitching stats though. For how bad Valdez is actually looking, he's thrown 29 strikes.
Yeah, he's settled in now.
So
it's just they got to kind of pitch.
Hey, look,
gotta get to him early.
Look down here at the bottom. Umpires, home plate umpire, DJ Rayburn, first base umpire, Bill Miller, Jansen Visconti, John Tumpane, Roberto Ortiz, and Brian Light. I like the 6 umpire rule for postseason.
Oh yeah, I do too. So then you don't have to worry about the guy on first base trying to judge a foul ball 300 some odd feet away.
Yeah. Ooh, Polanco fishing
on that changeup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's got it done. Now I don't know if it's Minnesota being more aggressive or if it's just Valdez, he's in. Like
he's in, but man, right there's 2 pitches that are pretty much down in the dirt for Valdez, which is not normal. So, bit of a struggle on his part. I think he's just not going to. Oh, what a defensive play!
Oh, I'm about to see it. Oh, nice snag. That's Pena, isn't it? That's short.
Yeah. No,
the
that's
Correa replacement.
That's Correa. That's short.
For Houston? That's Pena.
Or yeah. Oh yeah.
I said the Correa replacement.
Oh yeah. I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah, you're right.
Nice
Yeah.
snag. Gets up and just throws it over like nonchalantly, like, yeah, I got this. That was roped off the bat too.
Royce Lewis swinging for the fences. You can tell, like the guy is like I get it. It's Royce Lewis, his first time in the postseason. Man, why are you swinging for a home run just because you have 3 already? Like, just swing the bat.
You know what? It got him to the show, so keep doing what got you there. That's what I said.
I think there was more than just that got him to the show, but hey,
it's part of the piece that got you to the show. That's what I'd say. And you're up 3-0 now anyway, so nobody's on.
0-2 count. Jesus. That was
spike that
bad.
one.
That was a bad pitch.
Cutter at 90. Grip that one a little too hard.
I wouldn't call that a cutter. I'd call that a.
Well, that's what they called it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Well, I'm saying even if I was them, I wouldn't call that a cutter. There was no such thing as a cut on that. That was straight up into the dirt, and that was it. That was a cutter.
Yeah, that one had some bite to it.
That was nasty.
And Craig going up to him. What's he throwing?
Wait, hold on. I'll tell you what he's throwing. You ready?
Oh, that's an off-speed pitch.
Let's see.
That would be funny if he does throw a changeup.
Oh my God, he threw a sinker. Close enough.
Yeah.
Hey, ready?
Okay, that's curveball.
That's gonna be his changeup. You watch.
Hold up, okay, here's the pitch.
Hey!
Changeup.
It's called that.
All right. Source has his sources inside the dugout.
Yep. Most RBIs in postseason history. Carlos Correa at 61.
Bernie Williams? I would not have guessed Bernie Williams as
at
the
80?
most.
At
at 80. I mean, talk about a guy who didn't get a lot of credit on those like dominant Yankee teams. Bernie Williams, man. Just always in the mix.
Oh, I don't know about that pitch. They gave him that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have given him that. Yeah, call your timeout. That was.
Ooh, that was below the knee. He sold it.
That was a little slow on the strike call too. You know what? I'd do the same thing.
92-mile-per-hour changeup. So he gained 2 miles an hour on his changeup, Tim.
Oh, I don't get it. Then again, too, I'm just a guy sitting in a chair with streaming access and Wi-Fi. So what do I know?
Hey, at the end of this at bat, I gotta get another beverage.
There you go. I had drank my weekend beverages last night.
I'm off tomorrow, so I am consuming
Pennsylvania's own.
Yep.
The light lager.
Yeah. So much for sober October, buddy.
Now, that was not in my game plan at all.
Oh.
Walked him. 97. See, That's the kind of heat you should be throwing with a 90-mile-per-hour changeup.
So, since we were talking a little bit about the Orioles game, Santander went 0 for 5 today.
How many? He's the longest tenured Oriole.
But no strikeouts. And then Cedric Mullins went 0 for 5 with 2 strikeouts.
That's not good for them.
No. Hicks had 5 RBIs.
Dude, talk about a guy who got second life this year.
Aaron
Hicks gets cut by the Yankees, gets picked up by Baltimore, and then they're like, "Yeah, we'll keep you up here," and then just continues to.
Gunnar Henderson went 2 for 4 and scored 3 runs, plus a home run.
Tell you what, do you think is he in contention for the American League Rookie of the Year?
He should be.
I'm just trying to think, like, is he eligible? Because he came up last year. There was only 34 games last year.
Well, so
let me look.
That's a good question.
Who's favored to win Rookie of the Year? Gunnar Henderson, yeah. Following Josh Jung's fractured thumb over the weekend. Of course, that was from August.
But... Oh, that was a nasty strikeout pitch.
Ooh, yeah, it came right back over the heart of the plate.
All right, well, while they're on a commercial break, I'm going to take a quick commercial break.
There you go. Let me read off here the odds for the Rookie of the Years here. So,
nope, I'm not doing that. That's my
I just saw
camera. Let's edit avatar here once.
You mean you don't want an eagle symbol as your avatar?
Yeah, no.
You just prefer the blank spot. All right, Mr. Blank Spot. Well, Gunnar Henderson right now is your odds-on favorite to win AL Rookie of the Year. DraftKings has him at minus 3,500, while FanDuel has him at minus 3,000. Then you've got Josh Jung of the Rangers, Tristan Cassis, Matsusaki Yoshida rounded that out. Let's see, Gunnar Henderson still up there. NL Rookie of the Year, clear cut. It's Corbin Carroll at minus 7,000 on FanDuel. DraftKings doesn't have anything there. Second place is Senga from the Mets at plus 1,700. And then Spencer Steer from the Cincinnati Reds at plus 15,000. So Corbin Carroll and Gunnar Henderson are heavy favorites for your Rookie of the Year this year. While we're still out at a commercial break, what is this, a Genesis? Not a fan. Not a fan. Coming from a guy who drives a Honda. See what we got for MVP. Come on, keyboard.
All right.
And he's back.
Good timing.
So I'm not sure if you heard me, but Gunnar Henderson is like favored by, it's like minus 3,500. And then Corbin Carroll's minus 7,000.
Corbin Carroll deserves Rookie of the Year.
And then for the Cincinnati Reds fans, their candidate Spencer Steer is plus 15,000.
I've been a big Corbin Carroll fan all season.
Yeah, and I wasn't too sure about him getting the contract that he did. But tell you what, it's paying off right now.
Tell you what, man, Arizona could be a tough team over the next several years. They can keep their core intact.
Let's see here. National League MVP Acuna is favored minus 550. Mookie Betts plus 350. Matt Olson plus 10,000. Freddie Freeman plus 12,000. Ohtani, when was this done? This is from September, so take it at that. American League MVP Shohei Ohtani minus 20,000.
Hey, so here, honest question for you, since we can't show the game, what if I pulled up Sirius XM and did the audio of the game? Is that allowed?
I highly doubt it
Oh,
because it's a rights thing. I would err on the side of caution.
well, Zuckerberg, you can.
Yeah, we've been zucked before.
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember what was it we got zucked for.
something on Twitter.
Yeah, I probably played a video. He was mad at Twitter
Hey, speaking of Twitter, I saw today.
or X.
Was it Twitter or was it a Facebook reel? Guy lost his fantasy football, and his punishment was the 999 challenge, right?
Uh-oh.
Cubs fan
Even worse.
at the White Sox stadium.
Ooh.
He completed it, but there's a big old asterisk on there.
Ooh, shattered that bet. That hit him? Pena got busted up and in, and half that bat came flying back at Lopez, I believe.
So the 999 that the guy did, there's a big old asterisk to it.
So what's the asterisk? Did he puke?
No, he had 11 beers and 7 hot dogs.
So he drank more beer than he ate hot dogs.
Yep.
So how would you attack that? Would you try to hammer out the hot dogs first? Would you try to hammer out the beers, or just go 1 for 1?
So here's my thing, right? Obviously, before the game, I am not drinking or eating anything at all.
No, you got to come in hungry. Maybe some water. Stay hydrated.
Pedialyte, Gatorade, Powerade, something along those lines. Then, how I would do it would be, I would start with 3 beers, 3 hot dogs.
Okay.
Get the 3 hot dogs out of the way. Then you can
try to get up early.
Yeah. Then you can try and then you drink the
nice
3 beers, and I think you.
Where did that pitch miss?
To me, I think you need water to go with it.
Just to change up the flavor profile, just to kind of wash everything out.
Yeah, and you need to get all that done by the 2nd inning. That way, the 3rd inning is rehydrating yourself a little bit, and then you do 3 more by the end of the 5th inning. That way, the 6th inning, again, water. And then usually by the end of the 7th inning, then you can't buy beer anyway. So
you're looking to basically get 3 done in every 2 innings and then take the 3rd inning for a little refresher.
Yeah. And then once you get to the 6th inning, then you buy your last 3 and then you finish them obviously before the game's over.
See, that's the thing. I would try to just hammer the beers first.
I wouldn't, because then you get real bloated first.
Depends on the beer.
And I will give the guy credit, because for the hot dogs, he was doing the legit Chicago dogs. So they had
it's got to be
top
plain.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything extra. Just give me plain.
I couldn't do it, dude.
Though here you go. Since we have this option, if say we were to hypothetically do this challenge next year, and maybe think about recording some content for network purposes, science. Yeah. Since we have a AA team that has a very famous local hot dog joint.
So I thought about that. Or
would you prefer? Now you don't have to get anything on it, but would you get the spot dog, like just a regular, like the way that they grill it, or would you go?
I could eat the spot dogs the way they were.
Okay, well, I'm just saying.
I'm not a big plain hot dog guy, but the problem is then if I'm eating 9 hot dogs, I don't know if I can drink the 9 beers on top.
What I'm getting at though is, do you want like the 9 grilled hot dogs, or do you want like the roller hot dogs? Do you want like the steam boiled ones?
Grilled.
Like
it's got to be grilled.
Do you want to mix, change it up a bit?
First off, I would be down to try the 999 challenge. You know when the other most opportune time would be to do it? Dollar Dog Night.
Oh, no.
Thirsty Thursday too, but Dollar Dog Night, dude. $1 a hot dog.
Yeah, but you are standing in line for 5 innings for Dollar Dog Night.
Buy 9 hot dogs in one shot.
But you're already 5 innings behind.
Okay.
So you got 4 innings to do it.
Whatever.
and then you got to do you're gonna go on Dollar Dog Night, which financially makes the most sense. It's Altuve rips that one into left field. You gotta go down early, like by 4 or 5 innings, and you got to be flagging down the beer guy too while you're waiting in line. Otherwise, you're gonna have to crush 9 beers in 4 innings as well. So logistically,
that could work.
It could, but it's going to be a hell of a lot
Let's be honest.
harder.
At the Senators, it would not be impossible to.
No,
the lines go quick and are.
No. I thought you meant Dollar Dog Night for like Philadelphia.
Okay, but that's what I'm getting at. A Dollar Dog Night in Philly, though, is actually not that bad because I went the one time. Funny story.
Oh, here we go.
I went to a Dollar Dog Night in Philly on Cinco de Mayo.
Oh no!
And how that? Why then was because a really good friend of mine that I raced online with for years is from Toronto, Canada. Well, lived outside of London, Ontario, but he's a big Blue Jays fan, and he was doing an American Stadium tour, and he did Pittsburgh, and he wanted to go to Philly, and he said, "Hey, if I buy you a ticket for Philly or buy you 2 tickets, would you go?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Just so happened to be that it was on Cinco de Mayo. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I probably had 4 hot dogs. And I was stuffed. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker kept buying me hot dogs. I'm like, stop. Like, I can't eat these. Like, what are you doing? But dude, they literally will walk around constantly on Dollar Dog Night just handing out hot dogs.
Huh.
So,
did you see the what was it? Was it one of the late Phillies games where the guy bought the entire section beer?
Yeah, $4,500.
Whew. Is that what the bill was?
Yeah.
For the whole section?
Yeah, it was like, so not including tip, based on $13.50 a beer, you're talking 333 beers.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I didn't think there was that many people.
That just goes to show. Let's just make that 200 because you figure some of them are going to be underage. So let's just say 200 beers at $13.50 a pop.
Yeah.
That's for one section.
Uh-huh.
And you have how many sections are we thinking? Like a few hundred? Or 100 or so?
You know what? I'm looking this up. Citizens Bank Park.
This is the math that I need to know.
Okay, so
it's 1350 times 2. Let's just say 200. Let's say 200 per section.
Did they say? Do we know what section it was? First off,
it looked like it was an outfield section.
Okay.
Let's just say left field.
Hold on. So I'm going to start here at the lower level, right? So it starts at 101 and goes all the way around to 148.
Okay.
So what? 48.
Based on, just so we know then, so 1350 times 200, that's 2,700 off of here.
So just remember, 48 sections in the lower bowl. That's in the 100s. There's 48 sections.
Okay, 48.
And then 200s. This gets interesting. 201 through 237. So that's 37.
Okay.
So we're at 85.
Yep.
Okay, so now the 300s. This is weird. 21 sections in the 300s.
21. That gives us 106.
Well, plus add 10. Hold on, 1, 2, 3. Add 10 more because there's no 3. So it goes. This is why this is confusing. So it goes 301 to 310 there in right field, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we skip and go to 312 to 333.
Huh. Yeah. So we're at roughly 116 right now.
Okay. So then 400s Oh my god.
The drinking level.
Sorry, I was seeing
We
what was
just
wrong.
start the
22. So we got 22 plus 22 plus 85.
We were at 116 before you got to the 400.
So I'm counting 129 sections at Citizens Bank Park, right?
So 129 times 2,700, because you averaged roughly 2,700. Hold up. Yeah, $2,700 per section, roughly based on 200 fans buying beer at $13.50.
And it's what, 45,000 people in that stadium?
Roughly.
So we'll say 45,500 in the stadium for seating capacity, right? You're talking 352 people on average per section, not including standing room or the rooftop bleachers. So that's you're talking one beer per person per section.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah. Now some sections are going to have more, like
Yeah. But that's why I'm saying, like, per just average, just say like 200 people in a section.
yeah,
Because there will be some sections where like everyone's going to be drinking, and there's going to be some sections where it's like just families.
yeah. So
I think Valdez is definitely good to go now. He's starting to retire, but he's at 66 pitches through 3 1/3. But yeah, that curveball's
I think now you're going to see them start possibly warming somebody up in the bullpen just because of the pitch count.
Yeah, at this point. And then obviously, if you're Minnesota, you roll with Lopez as you get another ground ball to the left side.
Because Lopez has only thrown 41 pitches through 3 innings. So
yeah,
he's literally almost half. Well, depending on how the rest of this inning goes, he's half of what Valdez is.
Yeah. And I'm riding Lopez until, the wheels fall off for this one. Because you said earlier about not knowing the Astros bullpen all that well and the depth they have. I don't know the Twins. I don't know what they've got in their bullpen.
Okay, so it looks like that section was. I'm trying to see the pictures from the clips. Okay, so it goes straight across. Looks like it was section 109. Maybe even 108, where that fan bought the beer at the ballpark. So section 109 or 108. That's freaking wild, dude.
Apparently, this guy does it for Eagles games too.
I want to meet this man.
Yeah, I want to be. Forget the promotion where they get to upgrade your seat if they call your seat in row. I want to be in the section where the guy pays for a beer. I wonder how many trips the vendor would have to take to bring that many beers in. Because they've only got so much room in those pouches.
Yeah.
And in those carriers.
God, I want to know
sucks.
What the guy looks like that bought the beer.
I don't care what he looks like.
Well, I want to know what he looks like. That way, next time I go to a game, like
you can mooch off him.
Yeah.
Hey, sir, you're the guy who bought the beers before, right? And it looks like Valdez gets a strike out there to end the fourth. You know who needs a beer?
This guy.
This guy. Well, I mean, I don't, but you go ahead and drink one for me.
Oh, shit, wrong can. That one's the empty one. This is a defensive struggle for this football game.
That's not what I would think it would be. I thought it would be an offensive shellacking. Let's see here. So
the guy did not want to be named.
Oh, yeah.
$4,500 in beers for a whole section Wednesday night. Did not want to be named.
I wouldn't want to be named either. It's like winning the lottery. And
it was all Miller Lite cans.
I don't care what it is. But yeah, but still though, let's talk about that for a second. $13.50 for Miller Lite. I don't care if it's a pounder or not. I don't care if it's a 24 ounce or I don't care if it's a 16 ounce. We're talking $13.50 for a beer. I'll take that $13.50 for your one beer. Go to a local shop I have around the corner here, and I'll get a 9-pack of Coors Banquet Pounders for $15.
Let me ask you a question. So obviously this guy is not hurting for money.
No.
Would you do something like that? Because
Ooh, I don't know.
if you could whip out your credit card and be like, okay, I'm gonna buy $4,500 worth of beer for an entire section at a playoff game at that, knowing that you could pay, like you can afford it, would you do it?
Probably not, because as I am now, I'm like, I don't like. I mean, you tell me the bill's $4,500. Like even now, I'd be like, no, like $45. I'm sitting here complaining about the price of a beer being $13.50 now, and where I'm currently at. I'm not gonna spend $4,500 for $300 or whatever the math comes out to be. So, short answer, no, I would not do that because I'm a cheapo.
That's so I'm reading Facebook, and no offense, but some of you Philly fans need to settle down.
What do you mean, you Philly fans? Trace, you're a Phillies fan. You're
Some
a
of
Flyers fan.
Some of you Philly fans need to settle down.
But
With
you're
the whole Philadelphia Eagles are the best team in the NFL, agree or not, you see it.
Jeez.
They are not the best team in the NFL. The best team in the NFL is on TV. That right now on Sunday Night Football up 14-0. No offense. I'm not saying that because I hate the Eagles, but
Yeah, you are.
no, legitimately the best team in the NFL is the 49ers.
Yeah, there's a difference between them being undefeated versus the Eagles being undefeated, sadly.
And not like Dallas should be an easy out for anybody because their defense is stout, but like they're making Dallas look silly right now.
All right, Jordan's up here, got with an 0-1 count.
Yeah, I lost my feed again.
No, you're good.
Trying
Lopez throws a fastball up and in, backs him off the plate a little bit. You know, got to throw a little chin music every now and then. Make it interesting.
I'd like to see what's going on, but I can't.
No, you got the game day.
No, here, you ready to?
Lopez has thrown 11.
Here's my
12 first pitch strikes.
Here is my current situation, guys.
Oh no! Is it the timeout issue?
I don't know what it is. It's been doing this all game long. I had to constantly go back, and it could just be the Fox Sports website itself.
It could be. When we were doing the game last year, the one that you were at for the Phillies, I was on my laptop over on this side of me, and it was doing the same thing. I had to sit there and keep refreshing it.
It's so frustrating.
All right, let's see what we. Ooh, that one. Look, see, there's a sweeper, but to me that looked like a slider. But again, what do I know?
I'm behind you now because Lopez just threw that pitch. Oh, goodness gracious. Gotta love technology.
There's a 90-mile-per-hour changeup.
Lopez just threw a 90-mile-per-hour changeup.
And now we have a meeting on the mound, or a replay of a meeting on the mound. Probably talking about, hey,
where we go for dinner after?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, there's a steakhouse nearby. I wanted to try some barbecue. Alvarez goes sit down, swinging at that high cheese. That's the thing. Do you think like some of these guys too, like obviously not now since they're in the playoff, but like during the regular season and stuff, like do you try to like Google places like restaurants and all that kind of stuff before you go in and like try all these different places, or you just kind of stick at the hotel and
yes
eat? Which
yes.
part?
Yes. I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, I want to know what they talk about a lot of times on the mound. Not all of that. There's no way for how long some of those mound meetings take that they're talking strategy. There's no way.
No, I mean, I'm sure 9 times out of 10, it's just, hey,
Dog.
basically be summed up as, hey, get your shit together.
Speaking of getting their shit together,
Yeah.
Dallas is not doing that right now. Prescott's 3 for 6, 15 yards, 2 sacks for 12 yards. Tony Pollard, 2 carries, 5 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not good.
Nope. They literally are not doing anything on the offense. 49ers.
So, with this pitch comp stuff, do they have the ability to turn up like the volume in the earpiece?
I
Or
don't
is
know.
it at like a set volume? I think they'd be able to like turn it up.
Here's,
Like,
okay. But so I want to know though, like for the pitch comp. So obviously they're pushing a button and it's sending something to the pitcher. Is it a sound? Is it a vibration? Of
I
what
think
the pitch is?
it's like that generic automated voice. So they'll hit like, they'll hit like a keypad or whatever. So if they hit like A3, like A could mean like up and away, and 3 could be like 2-seamer. So like the automated voice would be like 2-seamer up away. And then you just shake or nod at it, because this catcher has got it up on his left knee pad, it looks like. And so he'll sit there and cover it with his glove as he punches it in.
But he's also got one of those QB sleeves that has all the basically scouting reports on all the players. You see that on his wrist?
Yes, he was looking at it earlier. So yeah, hold on, let me see if I can find a pitchcom. It would be, yes, here we go.
Oh my god, I lost the feed again.
Oh no.
Oh, this is gonna be frustrating.
Yeah, I found a picture of the device if you want to see it.
Yeah, put it up here for everybody to see.
That's what she said. Oh, yeah, so that's it. At least that's one on the armband, it looks like, but each one of these things means something.
That's just wild to me.
I mean, it kind of like reminds me, remember like trying to send a text message on the, phones where you actually had to punch in like 1 through 9 and you had to hit 3 like 2 times to get to a certain letter and have to do all that. It reminds me a lot of that.
And they can have up to 5 players can be wearing the earpiece for it at one time. That's what I just read there.
Throw a lot of pitches, people pitch all the time.
Oh. Hey, quick shout out tomorrow for everybody. Don't forget, tomorrow night at 7, hockey debuted tomorrow. Puck drops here.
Tune in. Did you get anybody lined up for that yet?
No, I'm probably going to make it a quick show anyways. Just what I've go through each division, pick who I think is going to win each division, and
Do they
talk about because they start.
I thought I saw something
Tuesday, I believe.
How do you feel about ESPN doing the red zone version for hockey?
I mean, I think it's going to be kind of cool, especially for me as a hockey fan.
I mean, is that? Do you know if it's like a special subscription or is it a?
See, I don't know, because the thing that
is it like an ESPN Plus thing? Like,
well, okay, so that's what I'm trying. I'm trying to figure out how I want to word this without coming off as being an asshole.
Nah, just go for it.
It's a cool concept, but a lot of the games are on ESPN Plus to begin with, so I pay for ESPN Plus because I bundle it with Hulu and Disney Plus, so I can watch pretty much whatever game I want anyways.
I get that. Because I was wondering though when they announced it, like, so what are they gonna like make? Because there's no way they're gonna make like ESPN News that station for like 4 hours.
Yeah, NHL Power Play available with an ESPN Plus subscription. Season starts Tuesday.
Of course, of course. I tell you what, ESPN Plus is like one of the biggest ripoffs.
So like here, Tuesday alone, you can watch the Predators versus Tampa Bay, Blackhawks versus Pittsburgh, or the Kraken versus Vegas.
Brantley lines a single into left field, holding the runner at third.
That's a terrible cutoff.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was a bad throw.
I mean, that was a great at bat by Brantley and slapping it into left there, but it was just right at the left fielder.
And the Astros are going to extend the inning a little bit longer. I think he. Oh man, that's so tough.
He was gearing up for a throw home too, and he had to dial it down once he saw the runner wasn't going anywhere.
I mean, you're down 3-0. I'd send him
with 2 outs. Nah, not right now. It's the fourth. You still got some time. Where are they at? Where are they at in their lineup anyway? McCormick's up.
Yeah.
Thank you,
They're at the
I
bottom
just saw
of the
it
lineup.
switch.
They're at the bottom of the lineup.
So they got McCormick, then Pena, and the catcher.
Yeah. Martin Maldonado.
Martin, I'll just lean my arm in because I know I can't hit Zach Wheeler and Maldonado.
Yeah.
Biggest piece of crap I've ever seen.
But hey, just remember, this is my American League World Series pick. Looks like yours are going to be out early, so.
Yeah. I did say sweeps for both. But speaking of which, let me pull that post up here real quick to see what we got right so far on our predictions.
I have all the right matchups. Just how they got there were not right.
Yeah, because the only one I messed up was Brewers.
Because all the all the wild card games were sweeps. So, but I have all the matchups right. That I do remember.
Yeah, so you've got. Let's see, you've got Phillies over Braves in 5 and Dodgers over D-backs in 4. And then you've got Rangers, Orioles. No, I can't read this. Astros over Twins in 3, Orioles over Rangers in 4. So that's what you're looking at.
You said Orioles over Rangers or Rangers over Orioles?
Orioles over Rangers in 4.
Oof, yeah, I'm going to mess with that one.
I am too. I've got Orioles over Rangers in 3 and Astros over Twins in 3. So I'm going to be missing that.
I mean, I'm going to be missing on this one too, but.
And then Dodgers over Brewers in 4, Phillies over Braves
they
in 5.
should have sent Tucker because they got out of the inning with no runs.
I think if you would have set him, he would have been out by 3 miles. The ball was right at him. He was coming in. If it were left or right in the slightest bit, I would have sent him. But
oh my God, what a throw by Dak! Holy crap! I'm sorry, but what a throw! Whoo! He learned how to play quarterback on that drive. Wow! Wow!
Oh, this is a cool play from Detroit. I just saw this. They're literally playing hot potato. Or played, I should say.
Throw. All right, back in this game. Devontae Turpin.
So, I'll have to find that throw here on Twitter to see it. But parody account. Hearing Kansas City's team trainers injected a Pfizer shot into Travis Kelce's ankle to repair it back to 100% at halftime. And I tweeted it at Aaron Rodgers.
I saw the best thing today. Okay.
Phillies being up 1-0 over the Braves.
Well, besides that, I saw a thing where somebody said the whole Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift thing, like they just like let's just need to break up.
What? So Taylor can get her other record, and you don't have to see Taylor Swift in the crowd every 35
I'm
seconds.
so tired of hearing about Taylor Swift. I'm so over it. I'm literally over it.
It has brought a lot of new fans into football.
I don't care what it's done. Most of them don't even know. Like, I saw a video of somebody wearing a Travis Kelce jersey that was spelled Kelsey.
Yeah, actually, and you know too, Kelsey's not even how you pronounce the last name.
What is it?
Kels.
Oh well.
I learned that in the that was on the New Heights podcast. They were talking about it.
You want to know what I think about it?
You don't care?
I don't care.
Hmm.
I mean, their podcast seems cool. I'm not talking shit on their podcast, but like, it's still going to be Kelsey to me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it's always Kelsey. You just wish though you had which Kelsey brother would you rather have?
Travis.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm biased, so.
I just.
So they pull in. No, they didn't. Okay, they're showing comparisons. So each pitcher has gone for, given up 4 hits. Valdez has given up three runs, all earned.
This should be Valdez's last inning.
Yeah, I think so. 9-1-2.
Unless he has a low
There's
pitch
a
count.
single.
Unless he would end
Early
up with
pressure.
unless he would end up with a very low pitch count in this inning, which I don't foresee it happening. I don't see him lasting past this inning. This is it for him. Hey, speaking of early single, how about it being Michael A. Taylor?
Is that, I was going to ask, is that Michael A. Taylor, former
Yeah.
Harrisburg Senator?
Yeah, that's Michael A. Taylor.
That dude's been all over.
Journeyman.
Like Kansas City. Hold on, let me pull that up because he would be one of those guys that would be great for the grid. I could spell Michael A. Taylor, right?
Michael.
There we go.
A.
I
Taylor.
got it, Trace. Thank you.
Okay.
You know, okay, Washington, Kansas City, and Minnesota. I thought he had another stop in there before Kansas City.
The minor leagues count, dude. He's been up and down so much.
He has. You know, I did pull a good former Harrisburg Senator out of my butt for the grid. It was a Montreal Expo - Washington National and a Texas Ranger.
Cliff Lee.
That would have worked. No, Cliff Lee never made it for the
Expos.
He got traded beforehand.
Oof. Vladdy.
Vlad would have worked.
He didn't play for Texas, though, did he?
Yes, he did. At the end of his career.
Okay, well then I don't know. That's the only 2 I can think of.
I went with Brad Wilkerson.
Who?
Exactly. Another single here from, was that Solano?
Yeah.
So that was a sharp single in the right. Of course, they were favoring a little towards second base. So
got runners on here. First and second, no outs.
Would not be shocked if we get a mound visit here.
I won't be shocked if Valdez gets pulled before this inning's over now at this point.
Yeah, Altuve was basically standing right over second. Had he been playing normal, that would have been a double play. That's one thing I want to see too. Like I want to see a stat where if guys just lined up normally, how many, like, does it really benefit to shift is what I'm getting at.
Oh, speaking of the shift, how awesome has it been this year without having to worry about the stupid shift?
I mean,
I love it.
I mean, the easiest way to just get rid of the shift is to learn how to hit the opposite field.
Or bunt.
Which, yeah. But you're not gonna see like you're telling me Kyle Schwarber can't get a bunt down on the left side.
He runs like he's Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean, so no.
I probably just got sued by Disney there.
Hey, isn't it ironic how the other day I texted you guys? I said about we don't see it called anymore, and that's the infield fly rule, and we had an infield fly rule in the playoffs.
Wait, when was that?
That was the
I know the text, but I don't remember the rule.
second wild card game.
Huh. Yeah, because was I mistaken that it's only like if there's a guy on first? Yeah, as long as there's a force on base, if an infielder would catch it. Oh, there's a bunt. That is a perfectly timed sacrifice bunt there. I love it. A little small ball.
He was almost safe at first.
Almost. Had he gotten that a little further left, I think he would have been safe.
Yeah, I believe it was the Miami series where we had an infield fly rule to Stott. Stott caught a pop up. It was just ironic.
Rule 2.00 defines the infield fly as a quote a fair fly ball not including a line drive or bunt which can be caught by an infielder with ordinary effort when first and second or first, second, and third bases are occupied. Okay, so
two guys have to be on.
Two guys have to be on.
At least two guys have to be on.
Yeah, because the way that I worded it, it's like a guy could have been on first and they would have called it. So, okay.
So basically, they got to either be on first and second or first.
Infield, yeah. Conditions less than 2 outs, first and second are bases loaded only. No line drives or bunts. Batter is out if pop up caught or not. Runners can try to advance if desired. This is not a dead ball. Play is still live. Ball must be in fair territory. Umpire's discretion on quote-unquote ordinary effort, which is where you get a lot of those weird ones where the guy tracks out into, I think it happened, I can't remember what playoff game it would have happened in a couple of years ago, but there was a infielder that ran out like 3/4 of the way in the left field to make a catch, and they signaled infield fly rule at the absolute last second. I want to say it was like a Cardinals thing or whatever, because there might have been Tony La Russa. I don't remember exactly.
So Maton's in the bullpen warming up for Houston right now.
Brother of Nick Maton. Current Detroit Tiger. Former Philadelphia Philly.
Yeah. Who got his first hit off of his brother, Phil. I remember that.
Let's talk Detroit a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it was Miguel Cabrera's final season and all that and everything, but you want to know how bad Detroit's lineup was? When I went to see Detroit and Philadelphia, I think Taijuan Walker threw like, it wasn't a complete game shutout, but I think he threw like 6 or 7 innings, only gave up like 3 or 4 hits. But Nick Maton was the cleanup hitter, hitting like 180 something.
That sounds about right.
Like it was bad. Oh, did he call that a strike?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see a definitive call. I thought he.
No, they called it a ball.
Well, the umpire didn't do anything.
Yeah, he called it a ball. Oh, here.
Did he?
Yeah, it's a 3-1 count now. He hit a foul ball before that.
Oh my God! So that pitch right at the knees, he actually ruled a ball.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
You're talking about the June 6th game where they won 1-0.
Yep, I was at that game. Miguel Cabrera had a double into right center field.
Taijuan Walker went 7 innings, gave up 2 hits, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a gem. That was the only run was a Kyle Schwarber leadoff home run,
where he was batting 173.
Schwarber or Maton?
Yes. Maton was batting 162. So
hitting fourth. I remember hitting fourth.
Yep. It was McKinstry, Javi Baez, Spencer Torkelson, Nick Maton, Baду, Short, Cabrera, Rogers, Marisnik, and Ibanez.
Ugh. I would have thought they had Miggy hitting higher, but No, Cabrera did. I saw Miguel Cabrera hit a double in his last year. So wait, what do we got going on here? What's the umpire doing? Is he looking for a fight? What's he doing? Get behind the plate, dude.
Hold on. I'll turn the audio up.
Rocco Baldelli has come out to
They challenging something?
check in with Correa. Bill Miller, the first base umpire, is the crew chief here. What are they looking at here? I'm not sure exactly.
Yeah.
The Astros yelled something from the dugout.
So the Astros are doing Astros things.
Protect his guy. It could be about the strike zone.
Doesn't matter if it's about the strike zone. You can't argue the strike zone.
Here, we'll switch it over for everybody real quick. You can enjoy this moment.
And check swings are non-reviewable plays.
No.
Oh, it's about the stretch and the windup.
Okay, yeah.
Something about the stretch and the windup. Is he going from the stretch or the windup? You could kind of read DJ Rayburn's lips a little bit.
With the bases loaded.
Windup.
He's got to declare that. But why was Houston the first one to yell at it? I wonder if DJ was saying something to Fromber.
Okay.
I bet he was.
So you're saying there was an interaction between
So that possibly.
the Astros with the dugout asking about that. As a pitcher,
Damn, that one's empty.
Oh, because he didn't declare beforehand, I bet.
Probably.
Well, either way, it's a 1-1 count now. So, you want to see what Vic Carapace's strike zone was like during the Dodgers game last night?
Absolutely.
Another good Twitter page to follow. Umpire scorecards.
What? What? Oh my God.
I hear
4-0.
audio.
4-0, 5-0.
He's done.
90 pitches through 5 innings. Runners on
Yank 'em.
first and third.
Yank him.
And here comes Dusty.
Yep, that's it. So yeah, I didn't expect to. Looks like Vic was favoring the inside part of the plate a bit.
So they just said something interesting. Sorry, not to cut you off here. Carlos Correa passed Jeter. It's some playoff statistic. I missed it though.
Is it doubles or RBIs?
I don't know.
Oh, well, they were showing RBIs earlier. Let me.
Well, commercial.
All-time
break.
single-season, postseason batting leaders. Plate appearances, hits. Jeter's got 200 career hits in the postseason.
So maybe it was RBIs.
That's what I'm trying to look here. Oh, it's hits career. Hold up. What? No, it can't be. Postseason. Batting average. On base. Career on base season. Why can I not read this? Leaderboards. I just want postseason. No, I don't want that. I'll show you what. Maybe you could find it in here. Strikeouts season, singles career, stolen bases win probability, slugging on base. Why can I not find it?
Well, Bernie, I might have found it. Hold on.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, Derek Jeter and David Ortiz were tied for fourth with 61. Correa was sitting at 60. So now he's got David Justice at third with 63.
Yeah, he just hit his 62nd RBI.
Yeah, so he's now the sole owner of fourth place.
Well, Jose Altuve is on that list as well.
Ooh, at 50, yeah. Chipper Jones, Alex Bregman's tied for 10th. It looks like.
Here, we'll pull this.
Here's the thing too, and what makes it even better for a guy like Bernie Williams, there weren't as many games, and that just like the Yankees were in the postseason so much during that '90s run.
So,
That
so I have it on the screen here. If you look in here, runs batted in. So this number here for Correa changed to 62 and 340. Well, however many plate appearances he's had this game now, 2. So 348 plate appearances. He's now 4th all time. So
let's see. I'm on this umpire scorecards thing right now. I'm going to see if I can find Angel Hernandez's last home plate game, just so I can get angry. Vic Perapaza, Adrian Johnson. It's probably going to have to dig back for a little bit, but
it's
whatever.
21-7.
Not looking good there.
Nope.
So when I was looking at the Immaculate Grid today, they did have a section for the Phillies. And let me pull it up here real quick. It was Phillies, Angels, Phillies, Indians, and Phillies, Orioles was one of the columns.
I'm shocked
For what?
that they used the Phillies. This
Yeah.
time.
But I had a couple pretty good ones there. Had Sal Fasano for the Orioles and Phillies. 0.3%, man. 0.3. Gotta love it when Sal's Pals comes through.
That is one name I haven't heard in forever.
What? Good old Sal Fasano?
Yeah.
He was also a Yankee at one point, too, in his career.
Yeah.
All right, so 3-0, not the way that you want to start coming out of the bullpen, mates, on. And he walked him. This could be a quick meltdown for Houston.
You know who I missed, or I missed as a pitcher?
Who?
Joe Blanton.
Why? Just because he was a big boy?
Dude, he was a bro. You know what I mean? Like, he pitched. He didn't have to pitch great. He just pitched. He could hit home runs. Remember, he hit that home run in the
He did
playoffs.
hit that home run. One of the goofiest looking home runs.
Not as goofy as Bartolo Colon, but
That's true.
Joe Blanton's a guy he's easy to forget, but he's easy to remember at the same time.
He traveled out in front of that one. He also traveled around at the end of his career too. Like once he left Philly, he kind of bounced around from he was in LA for a while. I'm trying to think, was he in?
Well, he came from Oakland. He went to the Angels, the Royals, the Pirates, the Dodgers, and the Nationals.
He's a Royal? When was that? Anyway.
Okay, so he went Oakland in 04 to 08, Phillies from 08 to 12, Dodgers in 12, Anaheim in 13, Royals in 15, Pirates in 15, Dodgers again in 16, and then the Nationals in 17.
I always find it funny that the Washington Nationals always end up with like old Philly guys.
And he is a one-time World Series champion.
Because I'm trying to think of just former Phillies the Nationals have had. I mean, they've had Jason Worth, they've got Joe Blanton, they had Matt Stairs at one point, Howie Kendrick. Who else do they have? Oh, speaking of random pitchers, you're You remember Ugether Urbina?
Who?
Ugether Urbina, the guy who chased his workers on his farm with a machete and tried to light them on fire.
No.
How can you forget Ugether Urbina?
Very easily.
Oh,
Yeah, who I do.
Astros escaped that one.
You know who else I remember?
Hmm.
Jose Mesa,
Jose mess up,
Mr. Blue Glove.
man. And it's sad that he was after being dethroned by Jonathan Papelbon, but the Phillies saves later.
I was a big fan of Jose Mesa because of the Blue Glove. Because that was the most memorable thing about him.
What, you mean not all the blown saves?
I was young when he was pitching, dude. Like, I watched him pitch at the vet, and I always thought it was cool that he had that blue glove.
Yeah, I do remember that glove.
It was different. He was like the only guy who had a blue glove at the time.
I'm trying to remember a thing. I got onto the jumbo board at the vet once.
That place really was a shithole.
Oh, it was terrible. You want to talk about apps? Okay. That was the stadium that had its courthouse in the basement. It had its holding cell in the basement. The turf was terrible. The stadium itself just looked like hot garbage.
Dude, I remember watching Mike Lieberthal hit a home run into the bullpen, and like you couldn't even all you saw was like the bullpen celebration was them throwing the plastic chairs up in the air.
The bullpen that was behind the wall.
Yeah.
I remember I saw Sammy Sosa down there and at the vet. It's weird. I've seen Sammy Sosa as a Cub and an Oriole. Sammy Sosa as an Oriole was just kind of depressing.
All joking aside, I would have loved to seen that home run battle in person between him and Mark McGwire.
Oh, absolutely. Like, forget the fact that they were all roided because know, I think the only guy not roided during that time was Jim Thome.
Like even like when Barry Bonds broke the home run record, I would have loved to seen him hit a home run in person one time.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever seen Bonds. I mean, I've seen Pujols, I've seen Trout, I've seen Cabrera.
I've seen none of them.
I've seen Frank Thomas. I saw Cal Jr. Saw Vlad.
I saw Vlad in Harrisburg.
Yeah. I mean, you could build a hell of a major league team just of guys that came through Harrisburg.
Cliff Lee.
Vlad Sr. Yeah. Oh, you talk about random guys. Milton Bradley.
Oh, yeah. Didn't Randy Wolf play in Harrisburg at one point?
Not that I can recall. Maybe like on a rehab or something. But I don't ever remember him being Expo or a National.
I'm going to... Harrisburg Senators in MLB.
Who was... Because I used to have to do the Senators report when I was doing my internship down there. Pena rocks one into left field. It's going to be just shy of getting over that fence there, but he's going to get in for a double as he flexes and does some kind of weird pelvic thrust and shaped thing with his hands. I really don't need to see that again. That was quite disturbing.
Well, let's see here. The life-size bobblehead Hall of Fame of guys that are in that made it to the MLB.
At Stairs.
We got
Vlad Sr.
Cliff Floyd.
Oh, Cliff Floyd.
Harper. Stairs. Brandon Phillips.
And there's the hip gyration where he's trying to be Elvis. I didn't need to see.
Who? Dak.
Huh?
Oh, sorry.
No.
I lost my feet again, so.
Penny was on second base. He was doing some weird Elvis hip gyration and then heart signal with his hands.
Brandon Phillips.
Great player.
Strasburg.
fantastic player. I saw his professional debut, which was out in Altoona. Him and Drew Storn.
Jamie Carroll,
Ultimate utility man.
Ryan Zimmerman,
Great third baseman.
Michael Barrett. That's from the Hall of Fame, though.
Yeah. Michael Barrett. Trying to remember. I always used to remember Andy Tracy from Harrisburg. Dude used to just light up home runs left and right. One thing I kind of miss about, and this is going extremely local here, but before they redid the stadium, when guys used to hit moon shots out into left field, they would hit the train station, the roof of the train pavilion.
Yeah.
Like, that's when you knew it was a shot.
Here we go again. Prominent senators that made the major leagues. Okay, you ready for this?
Let's go.
Moises Alou.
Yep.
Pedro Estacio.
Don't remember that name.
Tony Armas.
Don't remember that one. Yep, and Source froze up. I guess the world just has to wait until we get the Harrisburg Senators that made the show. But right now, Lopez, guy on second, 2-2, throws pitch in, check swing, little dribbler right back at him, checks the runner back to second base, throws on to first. Plenty of time with the slow-footed Maldonado running out there. Let's so yeah, looks like Source is going to try to get himself back lined up here, but sorry, that's what trying to do too many things at once over there, buddy. Trying to do the Cowboys game, trying to do the baseball game. At this point, I just check out of the Cowboys and just watch the baseball game. As Altuve comes back up, he's 2 for 2, 2 singles. Runner still at second, 1 out in the home half of the fifth for Houston. And let's see what we got here with Lopez delivering his 72nd pitch of the night is a pop-up to the infield. Second baseman makes the call. 2 down, home half of the fifth. And Lopez is just cruising right now. Absolutely no pressure on this guy. And we got Bregman up now for 2. Looks at us. Well, they call it a sweeper. I call it a slider in for a strike. Right now, they're showing us opponent averages first time through the lineup 249, second time 238, and 227 third time through. So usually something that goes up more you see a pitcher as the second pitch is fouled back, 96 mile per hour heater. Velocity's still there, 74 pitches into the game. Let's see what Bregman can do here in an 0-2 count with 2 down and a runner on second. Slider outside taken for a ball. Didn't even sniff the strike zone on that one. So let's see here again. Gets assigned, kicks his leg, throws the pitch. Threw a 97 mile per hour heater right by him to close out the fifth. Still 5-0 in favor of the Twins. Lopez fired up after that one. Wants to keep going, and I would be absolutely shocked if he didn't come out for the sixth. Absolutely shocked. So let's check in with Source here, see if he's going to jump on back in, or we're going to have to try to call it for the night. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. As we attempt to get the Source back into the game. So, yeah, a little bit of awkward silence here, but, you know, that's what happens when you get technical difficulty. We're still on a commercial break here. Let's run through the box score here real quick. And as we said earlier, Minnesota's up 5-0 right now. We're headed into the 6th inning. Minnesota jumped on the board early with a run in the first, then got 2 in the second. And then Valdez started to settle down for a little bit. Didn't allow anything in the 3rd and 4th, but then gave up 2 in the 5th. Minnesota has 7 hits as opposed to Houston's 5. And as we see Houston with a new pitcher in on the mound, 8-9-1 due up for Minnesota. And I don't think Source is going to be able to jump back on, so we'll chalk that up to some technical difficulty there. We're about to hit 2 hours here, so I think we'll wrap this one up. And for those who tuned in, thanks for tuning in. You know, keep your eyes out on the Facebook page. We will probably do another one of these, make up for a little mishap here. But keep your eyes out, keep your eyes peeled for any announcements. Make sure you check out the Source's new show on Monday night. And we'll see you all next time. And